Is aka the Cringe King extraordinaire, and today the new update just dropped for DBD, and I'm gonna be playing it obviously because I'm addicted to this game, as you can see through all my videos. It's literally DBD, so yeah. So I want to thank you guys because the channel's been growing slowly but surely, and I want to thank you guys. I'm also getting a lot of response on Instagram. So if you're not following my Instagram, where I update you on streams or current videos, links in the description down to my Insta below. So you should really be following it anyway. So the new chapter, Shattered Bloodlines. Say it has the creepiest killer in the game at the minute, in my opinion. So I've seen some other people's opinions on her, and they've stated the same thing as me, that she is the creepiest killer ever. So, but we've got some patch notes and everything, so let's go and have a look. So, what lies beneath the mundane can be terrifying. Under those layers of quaint family life, violence festers. And when this dark, rampant force lashes out, lives are broken, families shattered. Ooh. Vengeful spirit, hard bent on revenge, walking between this world and the next. Ooh. Teacher not prepared for this lesson and trapped in a seemingly familiar world to nightmare. Oh, it's Ted Nightmare, sorry. A family estate struck by tragedy, a place where walls keep hidden, the festering violence lurking beneath the deceitful surface. The Shattered Bloodline chapter includes a new map, which the family resident, which I've seen YouTubers and Twitch streamers such as Hybrid and True Talent play, and oh my god, the map is amazing. The aesthetics for the map is just gorgeous. So the new colour, which is the spirit, and the new survivor, which is Adam Francis. And an exclusive item for the new survivor. Ooh, I wonder what that is. So I haven't heard about that. So the chapter brings forth a fresh wave of content to adorn your killers and survivors. Inspired by Yamoko State, we are releasing our I've seen these new cosmetics for the survivors and the huntress, and they look clean as fuck. Let's say, but I'll show it to you guys when we go into the store. Also displays outfit for its new killers and survivor. Oh, we've already got new outfits, so that's cool. Said that looks really cool. Last but not least, we are two new outfits for 8 of the killers. So Hillbilly, Trapper, Wraith, Doctor, Nares, Huntress, Clown, and the Hag. Finally, the Clown's got some more cosmetics. So that'd be cool. So let's look at the actual patches. So content, they added a new option for playing reporting in the tally. Finally, exploiting hallelujah. They finally added a new option for reporting people. Thank fuck for that, because there's a lot of people just exploiting this game. Not mainly on PS4, but on the PC in general. It's just horrendous, and when people exploit stuff like Yeah, so like, obviously lag switching is seriously a problem that they need to fix. They haven't even sorted it. It's just horrendous. The amount of lag switching I see on PC in streams, it's unbelievable. A new music, a new menu in lobby music. Not really anything special there. Added a new status effect for survivors, broken. Survivors afflicted with a broken status effect may not be healed past the injured health state for the duration, similar to the no mither effects. Alright, so the no mither effect is going to be called the broken state, right? Okay. This status is shown to other players on the character portraits in the HUD. Okay. Broken status effect is applied to survivors when they successfully use deliverance to unhook themselves. So we'll get into what deliverance is in a second. So, but yeah. So at least they now have a state which you can call the no mither state, and it's being updated. Yeah, that's cool. I did a new score event, Safe Hook Rescue. Oh, Safe Hook Rescue, holy fucking hallelujah, there was too many people just freaking BMing and just hooking you right where the killer is. And that's ridiculous, it's horrendous how many people actually do that. So it's just annoying. The scoring event triggers after a survivor has been unhooked and knocked down for 10 seconds. So by the time it's going to be run a lot more, looks like it. The survivor that performed the hook rescue gains the points. This score event helps clarify if when a safe hook rescue has occurred, for the purposes of emblem, benevolent and a new pet deliverance. Right. I did a direct link to the customer support help desk in the help tutorial page, as well as on the telescreen. Help desk can be used to open a ticket with the customer support team. This is the place to go if you want to report an issue you have encountered in game. Thank fuck for that. At least the devs will finally be fucking listening to PS4 players more. Say, cause I haven't had, they don't really pay attention to the console community. They're more centered towards the PC community, which I kinda get. This was originally a PC game till its popularity made it adapt into console, but they still really need to pay attention for the console players, because they still get a lot of money from console players anyway. Ooh, some balancing changes. Killers with a 4.4 meters per second movement speed, the hag and the huntress now lunge at the same speed as all the other killers. Ooh, that's better. At least I've got something to it through those pallets, because let's say the huntress had her hatchets, which really pallets weren't really a bother with her, but the hag was thingied by pallets. But now she's got an advantage, like every other killer has. Adjusted and shortened all killer interrupt animations. Thank fuck, they take way too long. If you're not running fucking Michael Myers perk. Thank fuck for that. Holy fucking hallelujah. Score event changes. Score event points for unhooking a survivor before the generators are complete have been reduced from 1500 to 1000. update. It's saying the score event for unhooking the survivor after they've been complete have been reduced. So a 500 point added score when they do a safe hook rescue. That's good, and then people can't bloody thingy on points for just quick saving players and then them getting damned again. I think that's fair. I say that's fair because it'll stop those fucking quick save bastards. Love just to be on the killer and just like to make the game not enjoyable for anybody. Unhooking change. Oh wait, was there another? Oh, I did the score event for healing yourself or others with an insta heal. Oh, so they've added a score event. That's good. So, because you didn't get points for the insta heal, when really you get points for healing, and it's basically the same thing. So, yeah, I agree with that. Unhook changes. The unhook animation can be cancelled if the survivor moves away before completing the charge interaction. I didn't think that was an issue anyway, but okay. The animation for freeing oneself from the hook has been reduced from 2. Holy fucking Luia. See, because it took so long, and by the time you did them, you're literally at halfway and you're gonna go into struggle anyway, so thank fuck for that. Players who are being unhooked or freeing themselves from the hook will not take damage from killer attacks if they are hit before they regain control of their character. Thank fuck for that. Campers, fuck off. Oh, that's all I'm gonna say. Campers, go fuck yourselves. Adjusted the animation for a survivor throwing down a pallet while stationary. The pallet will be dropped more quickly. Yeah, because I played Killer a bunch of times, as you know, and you're seeing people literally being stationary at the pallet, and literally the pallet doesn't drop on the killer that quickly. So I agree with this. It was an issue for all survivors, and I'm glad they've done it, so it's easier for people to stay healthy and not get hit through fucking pallets all the fucking time when they're stationary at them. What changes? Finally, they fixed the fucking loops, because those loops are fucking irritating. Say examples of freaking say freaking fractured cowshed, that freaking window. Oh, that fucking window loop. And then you've got the freaking near the cows as well. You've got that fucking loop. Oh my days. And then there's freaking Rancid Abattoir with that freaking window, the most broken window in the fucking game. I say, finally they fucking sorted all these fucking things. Okay, RIP Bloodlust, because speed bonus has been reduced, so RIP to Bloodlust. But to be honest, it was too OP. It's like giving the bloody killers a fucking sprint burst every few seconds, and if they're going that quick, 9 times out of 10 the survivor's gonna go down, so it's better. Say that's a lot better. Emblem changes. Scoring criteria and emblem results breakdown have been added to the post-match emblem screen. Okay. Hover over each emblem to see the activities and actions that contributed to both positively and negatively. towards your final emblem result. Oh, so it'll basically show positives and negatives of our game. That's kind of good, that. And then you can adjust your playstyle or try and get better at the game. That's really cool. The values represent the percentage of points you gained towards reaching the iridescent emblem threshold. 100%. However, it is possible to receive an emblem result with an overall percentage greater than 100%. Okay, what? I don't get that. This emblem result breakdown is intended to give more clarity and transparency to the resulting outcome and reduce the confusion and frustration that some players feel when they receive unexpected results. I'll put my hand up to that, I'm one of them. I say how the fuck Tom bloody gets more than me, but finally they will tell me. Holy fucking Hallelujah. Oh, the trap is getting changes. Ooh. Trap buffering has been reintroduced. A bear trap that is being designed will not trap survivors who run over it. I suppose that's fair. Design bear trap time has been increased to 2.5 seconds to 3.5 seconds. Thank you. Because 2.5 seconds was still quite quick. So doing it to 3.5 seconds is glorious. And now, the fucking thing I've been waiting for ages. The fucking Wraith finally got buffed. Hallelujah. The Wraith is gonna be more OP and I cannot be more excited. So, Wraith changes. Movement speed while uncloaking has been adjusted. The uncloak exit animation, which lasts 0.3 seconds after finishing uncloaking, can now be cancelled by attacking or interacting with objects. Yes, thank you. We needed that. Because you couldn't attack or anything, but now you can attack while you're still uncloaking or everything. That's pretty good. Thank you. After unsuccessfully uncloaking, the Wraith gains a burst of speed for 1 second, similar to the effect from the Windstorm add-ons. These add-ons have been redesigned. Oh, so you get a sprint burst automatically. That's cool. That's good, that. And time required to burn the Wraith out of cloak with a flashlight increased from 1.5 to 2 seconds. I think that ain't gonna make a difference, to be honest. Unless you can get that 0.5 seconds you get to actually go and hit the survivor and break, to be honest. And the Blind Warrior add-ons revisited, so let's have had their values and rarities adjusted. Okay. Don't know why. So yeah, blink. Rarities adjusted, okay. Windstorm add-ons now increase the Wraith's movement speed while cloaked and decrease the Wraith's movement speed while uncloaking. Don't know how I feel about that. All Seeing Mud. Replaced with new add-on, the Beast suit. The Beast! Changed rarity from uncommon to common. The Wraith's terror radius no longer suppressed while cloaked. And blood points granted for the Stalker and Surprise attacks are increased by 100%. Oh, right! That's cool. All Seeing White. Replaced with new add-on, the Serpent suit. Change rarity from rare to common. The Wraith will uncloak completely when breaking pallets or damaging generators while cloaked. I say that was the issue from the beginning with, so that really isn't a buff. All Seeing Blood. Survivors' aura reading range is increased from 10 meters to 12 meters. That's cool. That's really good. Then all-seeing spirit. While cloaked, the repair progress of generators can be determined by the intensity of their rock. Oh, so you can actually determine whether a generator is close or not by how intense their aura is. That is cool. I like that. The Ghost Wife redesigned and renamed the Ghost suit. Changed rarity from rare to common. The erased tower radius will remain suppressed for 6 seconds after uncloaking. That's a new the Tinkerer. That is cool. That is good. That I like that. Then Blind Warrior suit replaced with the hand suit. Fresh blood marks are considerable more discernible than normal. Oh, so blood marks will be easier to see while cloak or uncloak. That's cool. Blind Warrior mode redesigned. Surprise attacks inflict survivors with aura blindness for 60 seconds. So aura packs, the Rift's got thing against aura packs, so like objects of obsession. That's cool. Then Blind Warrior White redesigned. Surprise attacks inflict survivors with the mangled and hemorrhage until healed. That's good, that. So when Ness is calling, that'd be a super add-on to use. Blind Warrior Blood replaced with new add-on Shadow Dance White. Change rarity from very rare to rare. Reduces the time required to vault windows, break pallets or damage generators while cloaked. That's cool, that. And then Blind Warrior Spirits replaced with new add-on Shadow Dance Blood. Change rarity from ultra rare to very rare. Reduces the time required to vault windows, break pallets or damage generators while cloaked. Alright. The Bone Clapper change rarity from common to uncommon. Survivors can no longer discern the wailing bell's distance or direction. And cool. And the Coxcombs Clapper change rarity from uncommon to ultra rare. Renders the wailing bell completely silent. Okay, that's cool. And the nurse changes. Readjusted the nurse interruption animations. Thank you. So I thank you for nurse mains, because that makes it a lot easier for nurse mains. Let's see how much longer have we got on this. Freaking hell, they did a lot in this update, didn't they? So they fixed some bugs. I won't go through all of them. Oh, so they fixed an issue that could cause the survivor to become stuck in place when the killer fell on top of them. Okay. Fixed an yeah, that was an issue. Because then, say the killer can just come off them and then just swing and get a hit on them, basically. Yeah, I see why. So, it's an issue caused by survivors. So it's an issue of the pig not being able to hit survivors with their ambush attack if they were crouched on stairs. Thank you! It's an issue that calls the pig spag or gears and creates of gears add-ons not to debuff the survivor. Yes, they didn't. So, thank you. Thank you for the trapper. Through walls. I never knew that happened. Okay. It's an issue that caused the obsession not to have the Doomsday VFX on their icon in the HUD when the Nightmare used a black box add-on. I haven't used it, so I can't really say. It's an issue that caused survivors to be offset while being hooked by the Nightmare. Thank you. Then map specifics, they've been changed. I won't go into the details with them, but so they've got some map changes which I'm happy with. Then the fixed an issue that made it impossible to stop Unbreakable when adrenaline's triggered. You basically healed one state, so that's a stupid fix. It's an issue that made it possible to use sprint bars while they hide in the locker. Yeah, because you're not moving in a locker, so why would sprint bars have to go off in a locker? So I'm glad that's fixed. It's an issue that could prevent survivors from escaping the killer when succeeding the decisive strike skill check while the killer lung attack towards the ground. Thank you. It's an issue that said there should be another typo one that caused decisive strike to get used when succeeding the skill check while dropped or hooked. Now the skill check should reappear if succeeded. Yeah, because that's annoying. That's real annoying. Fixed an issue that allowed survivors to propel themselves to unreachable areas and a speed boost when hit with dead hard over a hole. Thank you fucking Christ. I am fucking sick when survivors just land in the perfect position and they just stay there the whole entire game to avoid getting killed. Piss me off. Say, you're not using skill, you're just exploiting the game if you're doing that, so my goodness to fix that. It's an issue that prevented players from healing another survivor in the bomb and time state if they had no mind equipped. I don't even know about that, so I can't comment. Fixed an issue that caused the mangled effects from Sloppy Butcher to be removed after healing one's health state when healed from the dying state. Thank you. Because they're not fully healed, so they still should have the mangled effect. Because they're not fully healed, it should be when they're fully healed, so I'm really happy about that. Fixed an issue that caused the overcharged skill check to explode on the player if the player let go of the repair action and failed the skill check. Thank you, so they have to be on the generator to get it. So they can't just run away and look off and hit the skill check. Because that's unfair on the killers. Because they've got a head start on them. So thank fuck for that. Fixed an issue that prevented monitoring abuse from playing setting killers proxy. I don't know that, so I can't say. Programming. Oh, palette. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Audio, I really don't care about that. And platform, an issue that prevented players from accepting an invite in the tutorial. It'd be good if they could. I want Microsoft and Sony to just settle the differences and allow us to cross console like they do with Fortnite, because it'd be good to play with more diverse players, you know what I mean? So let's have a look at the new killer, and here she is, the Spirit. Apparently the most creepiest killer I've ever seen. Let's just look at a character in there. Rin was the only child of the Yamoka family. She was raised in the dusty halls of a traditional house in Kagawa. She studied education at Takamatsu, a private university which weighed heavily on her family's shaky finances. Her mother got ill that year, and the bills started piling up. Rin worked part-time in a futile attempt to lighten the load. Her father faced a debt that grew without end. He started working double shifts in hope of obtaining a promotion. That's when he started losing sleep. A dark whisper would keep him awake all night, reminding him of his hopeless situation. Exhausted, he started to lose grasp of reality, fighting to deny what the voice whispered at night. Rin's father made a desperate move. He met with his superior and explained his situation. He begged for a bonus, an advance, time off, anything. His request was denied. The company had launched a defective production line that was costing them dearly. Someone had to be held accountable, and Rin's father fitted the bill perfectly. He was fired after 22 years of service. What a complete arsehole company. That evening, when came home from work, she stayed late to entertain customers that lingered at the restaurant. As she parked her bike in the shed, she had heard her mother scream from the house. She rushed in, climbing up the stairs to her parents' room. There she found bits and pieces of her mother on the floor. Her limbs were clean cut, tangled up in an unnatural position. Her breast was sliced up, revealing her ribcage, which was cracked open. Rin gagged. A sharp katana came crashing down. Rin blocked the blade, which bit into her bare forearm. The shock of recognition interrupted her pain. Her father was wielding the katana with a stoic expression. She cried out to make him stop, but he slashed her arm again. She rushed off and slid on the blood-smeared floor, using the door frame as support. She raised herself up. The katana ripped through the wall, cleaving her other arm. She screamed in pain as she limped into the hallway, only to be met by her father's blade. She stepped back, trembling as she held together the soft, loose flesh of her abdomen. Images of her mother's tangled limbs flashed before her eyes. Rin charged at her father, making him stumble back. He punched her torn abdomen, and she reclined in pain. As she struggled to get back up, he slashed her thigh, making her collapse on the floor. As she crawled towards the stairs, he grabbed her hair and yanked her against a partition. The glass shattered on impact and she fell through, landing one floor down. She heard footsteps somewhere above her with effort. She moved, worming her way into a sea of broken glass. The shards gnawed at her, ripping her flesh. He had to be stopped. He would not get away with what he had done to her, with what he had done to her mother. Coughing up blood, her chin grazed the glass, adding to the bleeding. A low-pitched heartbeat started to ring in her ears. Her body felt so heavy she could no longer move. The ground shook with her father's footsteps. She knew she was not going to make it, but she no longer cared. She would make him pay in this life or the next. A dark fog slowly built her eyes, but it could not subdue her rage. She would not rest, not yet. The darkness whispered, promising blood and revenge. An oath was made, and Rin closed her eyes. Wow. I think that's the best backstory to a killer yet, so... Right, now let's get into our bit. First one is Spirit Fury. Each pallet you break magnifies the wrath of the entity. After breaking 4 pallets, the next time you are stunned by a pallet, the entity will instantly break the pallet. You'll still suffer from the stun effect penalty. That's good. So I don't know why they've done that. If you still get stunned, break it and you still get stunned. But at least you don't have to wait a long time to freaking break the pallet, even without brutal strength. Hex Haunted Ground. 2 trapped hex totems, also we've got 2, will spawn in the trial when one of the 2 trapped hex totems is cleansed by a survivor. All survivors will suffer from the exposed status effect for 40 seconds. This would be so funny to use with freaking hex no head. It'd be so freaking funny with no head. I say people aren't gonna go in their fucking totems now when this is on. Rancor. You become obsessed with one survivor. Each time the generator is completed, the obsession sees your aura for 5 seconds, and each time a generator is completed, all survivors' locations are revealed to you for 3 seconds. Ooh. Once all generators are completed, the obsession has the exposed status effect, and the killer can kill the obsession. No need for a freaking Mori. That's cool. So, apparently she's similar, her power's similar to the nurse as well. Here, the spirit can use her power, Yamoka's haunted, to enter an ethereal base plane and reappear at a new location. Tap and hold the power button to charge. The spirit will depart her physical body, leaving behind a stationary husk. And that husk apparently has got collision, which is cool. The spirit may traverse freely to a new location, moving at a faster rate for a short duration. She is still confined to movement within the physical environments and surroundings. The spirit leaves the physical plane, losing sight of all survivors. She can, however, still sense the scratch marks they leave in the environment. The spirit will produce an audible cue at her current location. Once the power has ended, the spirit returns her speed boost for a brief period and her husk fades away. That's cool. So she's similar to this, she's a weaker nurse. Yeah. So she's similar to the nurse but isn't. So she can tell on in Kingston, Jamaica. Oh, we got a Jamaican. His father died in a car accident when he was 2 and his uncle took him in. His uncle was a strict but fair man who raised him to value education. At King's College, Adam discovered his father's published works, which triggered his passion for literature. His campus, however, was known for its focus on athletics. As a shy teenager with his nose stuck in books, He was a perfect prey for bullies. Basically me. What he lacked in sports, he made up in grit. He learned to defend himself in the thick of it. It's during his years in college that he started to imagine his life elsewhere. While his close friends orbited the music industry, he followed a surer path. His grades granted him admission to higher education, and there was a demand for teachers abroad. After graduating university, he taught extra classes to afford applying fees overseas. He had a steady diet of long commutes, grading piles, nightly lesson plans and early classes. After a year, he managed to apply for a position abroad. His first plane ride took him to southern Japan for a new start. I want to go to Japan so fucking bad. It's ridiculous. His life in Kagoshima was hectic. There was little time to do everything he took for granted back home. His Japanese was elementary at best, which slowed him down. Buying groceries took hours, long commutes had to be planned, and lesson plans relied on Japanese nuance which he had to learn. But after a few months he found his rhythm. He reflected one morning while riding. His language skills had improved. He felt connected to his students, and he shrieked down, and the floor trembled before the hit. Adam crashed forward as the train flipped upside down. He landed on a window pane as an unhinged door came flying at a passenger. He rolled over so that the door would hit him instead of the girl. He shut his eyes as he braced for impact, but nothing happened. He squinted one eye open and he saw nothing but darkness. A heavy fog had taken over the train. Ice seemed to flow through his body, reaching his lips. First then, the tip of his fingers before spreading to his legs, lulled by the warm hum of a dark whisper. He closed his eyes, drifting. No one truly knows what happened to Adam Francis. The school teachers imagined the worst when they watched the train derailment on the news and saw he was missing. Their fears seemed to be confirmed when Adam's bag was recovered from the crash site, but his body was never found. To this day, his uncle believes that Adam took off after the crane car crash, alive still somewhere out there. So, funny enough, you don't know he was swallowed up by the entity. Okay, so that's a good backstory, to be honest. Right, now to get into the perks. Diversion. This is a pet. We've wanted a pet like this for ages, but we finally got it. It's an activatable perk. Standing within the killer terror radius while not in a chase for 45 seconds activates the perk. Once the perk is activated, press the active ability button while crouched and motionless to throw a pebble which creates a loud noise or a notification for the killer at a distance of 10 meters. The perk deactivates once it has been used. So you've got to be really smart how you use it as well, because apparently it could go up in the air and everything, and I'll say the killer could tell it'd be a diversion. So Deliverance. This is a perk which I'm happy about. After performing a safe hug rescue on another survivor, the perk activates. You can now actually get off the hook during an escape attempt, but you get broken effect for more than a minute, so you can't heal yourself for another minute. But still, endgame, if you're still on your first hook, that's still pretty good. Auto deduct. I don't know. You start the trial with a minus 25% progression penalty for skill checks. Okay. For every successful skill check completed while healing a survivor, you receive a token for a maximum of 3 tokens. Each token grants you a plus 15% boost to progression for a successful skill check while healing survivors. Great skill checks cannot be performed while using this perk. Okay then. So it's similar to basically the Dr. Tap perk for generators, but it's a bit worse considering the minus 25 progression perks and description. Now let's go and look at the new cosmetics. I say, look at that. Just look at that. I love that Meg skin. Oh, it's not a Meg skin, it's a Nia skin. Ooh. Ooh. Actually, one that looks so cool. Actually, really cool. Okay, that's cool. The Sporty Beauty Queen. Oh, a Japanese style for Meg. Looks really cool, to be honest. Yeah, that's cool. Apparently, I'm not streaming. Still on there, so. I'm still on there, apparently. Just let me check a minute. Yeah, I'm still on there. So I think the internet's. Just give me a second, guys. So I thought once I'd be in uni, this stuff wouldn't happen, but looks like it's happening. Oh, for God. Yeah, it's. For God's sake. Right. I'll have to end the stream here and come back and start a new one, because obviously this is annoying me now. This is really annoying me now.